y'all, what's up? This is a video long overdue. I actually had the idea recently that I should have been filming this like in segments over the last couple months, but we're gonna do it all at once, I guess. I didn't even think of that till now. But I wanted to basically make a video celebrating 2025 because I have a ton of anniversaries happening this year that it didn't make sense to just do like my blogiversary when I had all these other anniversaries as well. So I just wanted to like dive right in and celebrate all these really cool milestones. Right off the bat, in January, I celebrated 13 years since my first blog post. I cannot believe what has happened in my life ever since that day. When I posted that very first post, I had no idea what was going to happen in the next 13 years. The fact that I ended up working at Disney, which was my like dream. I mean, it was the Disney Freaks blog after all, so to work at Disney was like the best thing ever. We're gonna get into all this because that's what we're celebrating, right? All the things that have happened since then. And it is truly humbling to know that high school Molly had no idea all of this was gonna happen. Like, it's making me so nostalgic, but also so excited because I don't know what's gonna happen in the next 10 years when I'm 40. Am I gonna look back and be like, this is insane? Speaking of Disney though, I am celebrating 10 years since my DCP this year. That's right, I did my DCP in 2015, which is a decade starting this year, which is, it feels like yesterday still. I still feel like yesterday walking over to the bus stop, going to the Grand, going to Dino Land, RIP. We'll get into that. But it is absolutely just, that was a decade ago? I still feel like it was yesterday. But of course it's not just one milestone. We have applying for the DCP 10 years ago. We have being accepted 10 years ago. We have actually started the DCP 10 years ago. The whole entire year and next year as well, full of milestones. And I am so grateful that my past self, I know I was absolutely obsessed with vlogging back then, but I am so grateful that I was because I have all these videos to look back on and to remember it. And I know that they're all shared publicly for other people to enjoy, but truly, they are my scrapbook, and I am able to go back and enjoy and experience those emotions again. Now, I wanted to celebrate by treating myself to a new name tag frame, but it is just now back in stock, and I don't have the funds at the moment. So instead, I'm going to celebrate by opening up my DCP time capsule, you could call it, for the first time in 10 years. I really haven't opened this and looked through it in a long time. This was a box that Disney gave to us at our graduations, which is really cool because I don't know if they give out like this kind of stuff anymore. Honestly, 2015, 2016, that was like the golden years for Disney. It's still great, but it's definitely changed a lot since then. So let's see what's inside. First up, we have my magic band. And Sorcerer Mickey is my favorite version of Mickey. So as soon as I got to Disney, this was the one I picked because for me, Sorcerer Mickey represents dreams come true, and DCP was a dream come true for me. So it eventually broke. It's missing one peg. So I have actually been in here because I had to bring out the Maleficent magic band for our recent trip in 2022. So I actually have that somewhere else, but this was the first magic band that I got for my DCP. So it's in here as a memento. And then of course we have my name tag. I have two actually because I thought I had lost my name tag for a brief bit, so I ordered a second one. So that's the one that's in the frame, and then I have this one in the box. Very lucky that I unintentionally ended up with two. I've got a, let's see. I've got this note, or scrapbook. I forgot that I had all my friends sign it! Wow! Perks of growing up with a scrapbooking mom. You do stuff like this and you don't realize how impactful it's going to be in 10 years. Wow, this is so cool! Was it everyone at... Was it just the Grand, or... I feel like it was mostly the Grand. Yeah, I think I ran out of room by the time I started at Dino Land. But how amazing is this? So I had, like, my coworkers, my fellow cast members, I should say, and I saw Michelle, so I think I had Skipper Rye? Shout out to her! Wow. Oh my god. I saw Michelle, so I had, yeah, roommates as well. And this is so cool. this one is my Auntie Sin, and she passed away last Christmas, and I think it's still too fresh to read that one, but I'm really happy that I had her write something because she was so important to me. Her and Kat. And I miss her. Anyway, okay. I'm already a sobbing mess, and we're only like on the second milestone of the year. Okay, this is a little scrapbook with little Polaroids. I don't think I took very many. Okay, I ended up adding some from the next trip that I took, because when I went back, I like reunited with a bunch of DCP people, so I added those as well. But this first one is New Year's Eve. We had a lot of fun. It was really fun. More New Year's Eve. This was when my friend John left. He ended his program. Well, I don't think he ended it, but his program ended. And then yes, this is 2017. This is when I went back, but it was like a year after, so it was still kind of DCP feeling. But this is when I visited Gatsby's, and there's Auntie Sin. I love you, Auntie Cindy. And Ohana with Natalie, and Hangar Bar, and meeting Rapunzel, and Tiana, and Mickey's Not So Scary. One of my friends was hanging out with Eeyore that day, so that was really fun. Or, yeah, I think it was Eeyore. Yeah, I think it was Eeyore. Food and wine. I can barely see Spaceship Earth. And then meeting, what's his name? BB-8 at Hollywood Studios. And then, when I left, the airplane. So, again, perks of having a Disney, or not a Disney mom, a scrapbooking mom. I know this is really emotional for me, so I'm gonna skip this one for now. But at the very bottom, we've got my congratulations postcard. Obviously, I saw the email first. By the time this arrived, it wasn't, like, quite as emotional, but it was still really, really cool to, like, have a postcard to show that I was going to Disney. This last one I know is going to be emotional. Maybe not as emotional as the others, because I forgot about Auntie Cindy, but this is my note from Charlotte, and I don't even know if she's watching this or if she ever remembers me, but she was a little girl who came to the Dinoland Boneyard, and when I was working, and I ended up spending like the whole day with her. Well, most of my shift, I should say. It wasn't obviously a whole day, but I spent most of my shift with her. I was having so much fun with her. I used to have all these like stories and things to tell kids, and she came back and gave this note to my coworkers, the fellow cast members, by the time I left for the day. And as you can see, I think this was like, I don't even know, I think this is where I kept, this is where I kept like my daily info, like you got like a little sheet, like what time fireworks were at, or etc. And I just tucked in the back to not lose it, but it's not like a little frame in a way. But yeah, you're the best, Molly. Love, Charlotte, to Molly, BFF. And this was the first time that I'd ever got a note from a guest. I don't think I ever got any others. I had a lot of great guest moments. I don't know if they often say like, I'm gonna leave not a complaint, a compliment for you, but I don't know if they ever did. I never got any. But this was the best. This is why we do it. This is why people become cast members, is to make magic and to have moments like these with people from everywhere. I mean, Disney World is a hub for everyone, and it was so cool. And again, I don't even know if she's remembers me. She wasn't that young. She was like, I think like 8, but she maybe forgot, and but I will never forget, and that's what matters. And it was just so magical, and this is why we do it. Wow. Okay, why am I already emotional? I have so much more that's more emotional than this, and I'm already crying. I know I'm gonna cry again, so there's no point in drying my tears right now. But in March, I celebrated a year of meeting with my publisher for the very first time and hearing the words, "We are interested in your novel." I hoped that would happen, but it was hard to believe sometimes, because you spend so much time in these fictional worlds that it's like, is anyone ever gonna wanna also experience it? In April, I celebrated 1 year since I signed and announced my book publishing contract. And then I wanted to make this video before it ended, but we kind of celebrated my 1-year anniversary by having my book available for pre-order. But that ended in April, early April, and so it's no longer available. I was gonna be like, hey, you can still order it. Actually, I'm not wrong. You can actually still order it. I went in there recently and saw there's still like the pre-order available. It's like, I think the fundraising period is over, but you can still pre-order my book. Link below, either in the description or in the comments. You can pre-order it. The goal right now is late fall 2025 for the release, so I'm sure there'll be lots more of things I'll post as we get closer to. I am still in absolute shock this is happening. I don't think it's gonna hit me until I'm holding the physical copy of the book. When the author copies arrive, I'm going to lose it. In a good way. So that's gonna be really, really special, and I'll definitely record that because I want to capture that moment forever. If there's ever a hard day, I want to look back and be like, remember when those author copies came? That was insane. Again, in 10 years when I'm 40, I'll probably look back and be like, I can't believe it's been 10 years since I opened this box and had my book. How insane! But I wanted to say thank you to everyone who pre-ordered it before it closed. Like I said, you still can actually pre-order it, but thank you to everyone who pre-ordered it for the fundraiser. It means so much to me. I'm so excited for you to read it. I'm nervous because not everyone's gonna love it, but that's part of sharing something this vulnerable and part of your soul. I'm not as emotional with this one. I'm emotional inside, but I don't think, like I said, it's really hit me yet, so I'm not sobbing because I'm like, still in disbelief. And last, but most certainly not least, December marks 5 years of living in North Carolina with the love of my life. We have done so much in 5 years. I can't believe that we have horses in our backyard. Let me start by saying that. Literally walk out our back door onto the deck and there they are. That is still mind-blowing to me. And then we have goats, and I love them to pieces, and Jess just got a chicken coop, so we're getting chickens this year, finally. We've talked about it forever. Who knows what else is gonna happen? And even outside the farm, like, we have so many more lizards now, and I am just so excited for the future. Scared. Because at the current political climate, we don't know what that future looks like, but I'm going to keep focusing on the good. I'm not pretending like the bad isn't happening, but I'm gonna do what I can to fight the bad and focus on the good. And I am so lucky and fortunate to have had these amazing experiences that I'm celebrating today. From my first blog post, to working at Disney, to publishing my book. Amazing, incredible experiences. And I am so glad to share them with you, and I am so glad for your support. I never script these things because I like to just speak what I'm feeling and speak from the heart. But the gratitude I feel is immense, and I can only hope that I can show you in some small way how grateful I am. And I am so lucky. And I can't wait to see what the future holds. A quick note about the future. I did mention Dinoland, and Dinoland is going extinct. I never thought that either of my DCP locations would no longer exist. I know many people, when they go to Disney, their locations don't exist anymore. They've changed, they've completely been removed. So it's not, I guess, too shocking that that has happened to me, but the fact that I will one day go to Animal Kingdom and I will not have my location at all is really crazy. I was going to do this montage of Dinoland and include it in this, but I think I'll post that next year because next year, 2026, is when the rest of Dinoland is going extinct. So I think next year, since it'll be 10 years of Dinoland, that would be a good time to do a video then and include the montage. Thank you so much for being part of this journey. Thank you for celebrating these milestones with me. And thank you again, like I said, for pre-ordering my debut novel. It means more than I can express. And yeah, 2025. What a year!